Hello everyone, welcome back to Create with Jolie. Today I'm going to show you how you can do this rainbow wall art. In order to start doing the rainbow for my daughter, I just picked the colors that she loves this, so I know that I have to include pink in her rainbow. So I did have some examples left because we were planning to update her bedroom, but at the end I did not use them, so I know that I can include those colors in the rainbow. This is I start playing around and see how I would love to have her rainbow, and I came out with this pattern with these colors, and that's how it was easy for me just to recreate this rainbow in her wall. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. So now let's grab our brushes and our paints and let's start working. Let's go. As you guys can see, we already start updating her bedroom, fixing some walls, and of course painting these walls. Now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be recreating that rainbow pattern that I have here, not the bottom one but the top one. I'm just trying to do so much color so I can come up with the same color that I have already there. And these colors I'm going to be adding in her bedroom. So the colors that I'm going to be using is Cupcake Pink. This is a little princess. That's Cassia, that one is a funny face, and this is a mix of Terrazo and Sablewood that I already have. I'm going to be using tape, a measuring tape, a pencil, a ruler, and of course a cardboard or maybe cardstock if you have. That's the things that we're going to be using. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is measuring my wall and trying to find the middle of my wall so I can center the rainbow. So that's why I put a little tape here on the wall so that I know that this is the middle of the wall. And here I'm going to be just measuring and see how big, how small I wanted to have the rainbow. I thought I was recording this next step, but my phone is acting a little funny. So what I did is I find my middle, I put my tape, of course, my bottom tape, and I measure 4.5 inches from one side and 4.5 inches on the other side, and that will be the middle of my rainbow. And then I will grab my cardstock that I already measured 5.5 inches. I'm gonna be marking the line. Then I am using my 3 fingers to make it the space between my lines, and then 5.5 inches right my cardstock, 3 fingers, my cardstock again, 3 fingers, and the same thing I will be doing in the next line, since I'm going to be doing just 5 lines in each rainbow. And the same I'm going to be doing on the other side, and then we'll put all this together. I don't know if I can explain it right, but little by little you're going to be seeing in this video how we came out with the rainbow. So now I'm going to be start to tape each line so I can make the rainbow. And here I'm just trying to do the first curve for my first line of the rainbow. And as you guys can see, I took my cardstock, again is 5.5 inches my cardstock, and this is the way that I'm going to be trying to draw my rainbow so I can color. The cardstock is gonna help me to have the same width in each rainbow line. So it is really important just to follow the measure that you have in your cardstock. when you add the tape, when you have to do the curve, just cut a little bit on the outside part of your tape, and it will be easier to fold it. So here what I am trying to do is to make the first curve of my rainbow line, so that will be a big help just to follow the next lines for this rainbow. So with the help of my cardstock, you guys can see that I'm going to be following the first line that I did it. With the help of my first line and my cardstock, I measure the width of each line. So I will be putting my cardstock from the first line, and I will measure the 5.5 inches that I already have in my cardstock, and then I will be putting all the lines together and trying to draw the line for my first rainbow. Don't worry if your lines are not that straight or it has too much lines. You're gonna be taping that and you're going to be painting and that. So just try to put the tape exactly on the line that you are drawing, so you can cover that with the paint. It is my first attempt to do this rainbow. My daughter always wanted to have a rainbow on her bedroom, so it was the perfect time since I have to fix her walls. So at the beginning you will feel a little nervous, but little by little you will get used to it and you will get some practice. So at this outside line, it was a little bit tricky for me because I was trying to do it in a big section tape. So when you are adding your tape, just with the scissor and the outside part, just cut it so it makes it easier for you to fold it back. And then you will continue to do it little by little with your tape. I was trying to do it with a longer tape, but if you feel that your tape it's not folding a little bit more, and just cut it and just keep adding some more tape. And don't forget to cut the outside part. It will be so much easier to put it on the wall. And don't worry again if the lines are not completely straight or perfect. There's so many ways to do rainbows. It doesn't have to be perfect lines. It doesn't have to be the perfect rainbow. Just do it with love. It does take some time to do this step, but just thinking of that little face that it's gonna be so happy just thinking that I did this rainbow. That is why it gives me the idea to show you guys that you guys can do it too. It is my first time doing it and you guys can do it too. There's so many ways that you guys can create this rainbow. There's not a perfect color. There is not a perfect shape. Just have fun and just thinking that that little face is gonna be so happy when she sees in her bedroom. If you see that there's a little bit too pointed or has a little bit of gap, just grab a little tape and just put it in the area, and just make sure to push it down so you don't have leaks in your walls. I am so excited to add this first color. The first color that I used was one part of Terrazo, one part of Sablewood. These colors already have them, so I wanted just to try to reuse the things that I already have. So I mixed them to try to come out with something that would match with the pink. And I'm going to be just following the same motion that has in the rainbow so I can do the first coat. The next step that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing my gap between each color. So that will be the size of my 3 fingers. That will be like 2 inches, 3 inches. That will depend on the space that you want to have between each color rainbow line. So mine was easier just to mark my 3 fingers, but you can grab a little cardstock or cardboard to separate that section. So I'm just gonna be marking in each space a little bit closer. So then I'm going to be using my color pencil. I am using a little bit darker color pencil so you guys can try to see it, but you can use a lighter color pencil that will help not to get too much color in the wall when you are done. And the same when I am doing my second line, I will be using my cardstock. Again, it's 5.5 inches, and I'm going to be marking a little bit closer too so I can mark my other line. This is the way that was easier for me, but if you guys have another way that you guys can come out with this lines, maybe like a pattern with paper, or maybe like a string with a little bit nails so you guys can do the curve, comment down below what you guys will do or what you guys think. Is it easier for you guys to do it this way or not? I will be reading every comment. Now I am doing again my gap between each color of the rainbow, because I'm not going to be painting the second color. I'm going to be doing the third color in order for them to dry, and I can have the space that I needed for the tape. So I'm going to be drawing again my space, and of course I'm going to be following that line, and I'm going to be using my cardstock so I can have the other color of my rainbow. Again, I'm going to be putting my paper in the last line, and I'm going to be taking measurements with the same cardstock that I have, and then I'm going to be start putting all my lines together. It makes it easier for me just to draw the lines first and then add the tape, since I can just follow the tape. Now, a little trick to make the line, it's just when you are drawing the line, don't look at your pencil, look at the other point that you want to get. It's gonna be a big help to mark a better line. Now I'm going to be taping again my third line. I'm leaving my second line blank so I can have the space for putting the tape in order for it to keep working. If not, I will just have to wait for the first one to dry and then add the second one and then wait for them to dry. So to gain some time, I'm just coloring the third line. So I can use in that time. When you put the tape in the inside line, you can work in the big sections tape. But I seen that it's so much easier just to cut a bunch of little tapes and work in a small sections in the outside part of the line. Because it's a little bit more wider, if you cut your tape in small sections, it will be more easier just to make the shape that you want it to make. I am a little sad. My phone is acting up. I don't know what happened. It erased or did not record all these steps. I'm not sure what happened. But as you guys can see, I already add some of the colors and I removed the tape because it's dry, so it makes it easier now to put the next tape, and this will be actually my last color to paint. But I'm so happy that at least I was able to record how I tape it, and it will be easier for you guys just to color, just follow the same motion of your rainbow, so you can have a nice finish in your paint. So as you guys can see, in a small section is much better in the outside part. So what I did before I start taping, it's cutting a bunch of little tapes, so it makes it easier, and I can turn my tape a little bit more in order for me to trying to do a clear line. One tip that I couldn't show you in the other colors that I put in the rainbow, it's to paint your tape with the main color that you have. So in my case it will be frosty white, so in your case it will be in any color that you have in your wall. So if you will have any leak, it will be the main color in your wall, and you will not be seeing leaks of the other color that you will be adding in your walls. So don't forget to paint your walls, your tape with the same color that you have in your walls, and it's gonna be a cleaner finish. When you remove the tape, you will see a cleaner line. Now that my white color is drying, I'm going to be adding my second coat of this color. It is called Funny Face. It is for the brown burn. But again, I'm going to be linking in the description all the names of the colors that I use for this rainbow. When the colors are drying, I'm going to be removing in this tape because I know I have to fix some of the lines. I totally forgot to use my white paint before, so I'm just gonna be removing this tape And besides that, I am just excited to see this rainbow finish and I couldn't wait. So I'm going to be removing all this tape, and then with the same color that I have it here, that is Cupcake Pink, I'm going to be just doing some touches in the places that I see, that I can see maybe the color pencil or maybe just a little leak on it. But again, if you paint first your tape with the white color, that will be a main point to add crispy lines, clean lines. This next color that I am adding, and the last one, will be a little princess. It is for the brown burn too. As you guys can see, my girl loves pink. She wanted me to paint her color all pink, a different type of pink, and that's why I do have some leftover pink. But I convinced her to paint her walls white, so in order to add a lot of pink decorations in her bedroom. So that's why I do have some leftover paints, and I am just reusing right now what I already have. And the color that I bought was the Cupcake Pink, and that's the top color, and I'm gonna be painting her door also that color. So stay tuned and you'll see how her door came out. So you guys, here it is ready. It is now time to remove the tape, and I'm gonna show you. Here it is the tape that I have painted white, and the lines came out so much better, really nice. I did still have some color pencil lines because I was making the lines to show you guys the lines that I was making, but if you do it with a lighter color pencil, you will have a really clean lines. And now removing the bottom part. Remember, the bottom part, it will help you not to go down with your paint, not to paint and the bottom line, just you will have a straight line at the bottom also. I really love how this rainbow came out. If your daughter is a pink lover, this will be the attraction for her. My daughter loves it. She was so happy and she was so surprised. I could not record when she saw the rainbow, but she was really happy about it. So as you guys can see, I am updating her bedroom, and soon I will be posting how we did it. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below. I will link down below all the names of the colors that I used for this rainbow. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to share down. That will really support my channel. I see you in the next project. Bye bye.